I'm writing you a 4-page letter. I mail it off and I hope you get it soon.
Welcome back to another episode of Drawing with NiJuice. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to draw a Sprunki. So grab one of your favorite pencils or pens because it's time to draw. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to begin our Sprunki drawing by drawing a circle. And so I'm freehanding my circle, sketching lightly, so that way if I make a mistake, I can erase easily. And so if you aren't confident in making a circle, you can find something round to trace. And next, I'm going to draw this guy's body. And so it's going to look like a triangular shape with the point coming to the head that we just drew. And so I'm going to make slanted lines on the left and the right side underneath the circle I just drew. And it's sort of going to look like a keyhole. Boom, there we go. So we have a circle, triangular shape for the body, and now it's time for the ears. And so I'm going to go top left, top right, and I'm going to draw circles, smaller circles, to create his ears. And so I'm going to try and get it as even on both sides as I can. So now we have the outer circles for his ears. Now it's time for the inner circles. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin my circle where on the side of his head and come around and the other side of his head. And so there's going to be a space between the larger circle and the inner circle. See that? I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. As I'm sketching this, I'm trying to keep the circle parallel with this outer line. So you see how this outer line curves? I'm doing the same curve for this inner circle. I'm trying to trace the curvature of the outer circle. And so that should help. Alright, now time for his eyes. And again, it's just two circles. So draw a large circle on the left side of his face, and a large circle on the right side of his face. Now if you mess up and you need to erase, you can pause this video, make your corrections, and continue. Alright, so he's going to have that kind of, I don't know what color that is. Would you say it's chill? Leave in the comments. Would you say his look is chill, or is his look is interested? Either way, I'm going to draw a line halfway through the circle I just drew that tops on these eyelids, and I'm going to draw a semicircle underneath that line to create his pupils. And with his eyebrows, it's just a line at the top, slightly curved both sides, a straight line in between his eyes for his mouth, and then he has a little pointy hair at the top of his head. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom, I'm drawing the bottom of the hair. And so what I'm going to do is underneath this circle, this curve here, I'm going to draw a line coming out and over into a curve, stop it at a point, and then bring that bad point back down. And so with my eraser, I'm going to erase that line in between where I drew the hair, so that way when I trace it with my pen, I don't accidentally trace through the hair I just drew. Alright, there you have it. We got our man Sky. And so what I'm going to do now is grab my favorite pen, and I'm going to trace my pencil marks and erase that bad boy with an eraser. Thank you so much for drawing with me. I would love to see how your drawing turned out. Send a picture of your drawing to my email. I have a link below. I also write and make my own comics and children's books. So if you want to check that out too, you can also check that in the description. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, share it with a friend. Also, leave a comment on what you want to learn how to draw next. Alright, this has been Drawing with NiJuice. I will see you in the next video.